Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning, March 9th, I believe it is, 2015. And I'm here to do one of my Monday morning readings. It's actually Monday afternoon. It's 12:40. It's 12:40 here, Eastern Standard Time. I have been working this morning, so I tried to put a little face together, something not too horrifying. But anyways, I decided to take a look at Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa's marriage because they got married so quickly, and then it ended just as quickly. It really just went through Amber's pregnancy, and that was it. They say there's infidelities involved, and Wiz is putting up things that her booty is fake. We already knew that. Or that she's a thought. He made a new rap song about that, but his verse is directly talking about her. Even his mama is in the situation, who has no business being in their relationship. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's between the two of them. That's called marriage. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Even if it was a girlfriend, I could see that. But a wife, that's not your business, Mom. Anyways, so I took a look at their birthdays, and it's quite interesting to me that Amber's birthday is October 21st, the same time that Kim Kardashian is. And they both had been with Kanye West. Now, Amber has not made it a secret at all, including from her little tiny beef she had that Kanye was trying to pipe up. And I've watched her on Wendy Williams, and she talked about how he was so cruel or controlling of her and everything else. But we know this has to be true about him towards both of them. They have the same birthday. He would have and has had control of their look, their style, and everything else. You saw Kim at the Grammys with looked like a bathrobe on, and she was steadily holding at the top and holding at the bottom. If you got to hold that shit or constantly pull it up and pull it down, it's the wrong size. And then now she's got bleach blonde hair, looking like a fool. Now, Amber went bald, but it just so happened she had that right little peanut-shaped head that it looked gorgeous on. But Amber talked about how Kanye criticized her and talked about her, called her out a name, did all kind of things, trying to do the most. So that gives an insight on, what that marriage must be like, because they have the exact same birthday, Kim and Amber. Now, as it comes to Amber and Wiz Khalifa, first of all, I'm going to say that Wiz Khalifa is a simp. What kind of man would be on Instagram or Twitter or any place else bashing his wife? I don't think they're divorced yet, but bashing that situation, or putting it up there that they having struggles with kids. Y'all need to get off the gram, the Instavine, the Twitter, the whatever. Y'all need to quit, because we all don't need to be privy to every step of your way. Why do you need to get us involved to back you up? I don't even know you. When times are good, you don't have anything to do with it. None of y'all do. When times is bad, all of a sudden you want people excuse me, on your side. I mean the meatloaf sandwich, and I swallowed wrong. But anyway, don't let me digress too much. Wiz Khalifa is born September 8th. 1987. And the odd thing is, Kanye was June 8th, 1977, I believe. So you say, well, so what? Well, it's interesting because they are very much the same person. But who is harsher or crueler is actually Wiz Khalifa. They both are right now dealing, or Wiz getting into dealing into a number 8, which can be good or bad. It means you have more money coming in. It could be meaning that you are, and then more money coming in, more money going out. But it could also mean that you're struggling in your finances. Anybody that knows that any Gemini or Virgo, that's what they are, they have a ruling sign of Mercury. So they lose interest quick, or they're always jumping from this, that, and the third. And then with a Virgo, they tend to be perfectionist and very critical, and will say I'm married. Say if I was married to, if I'm a Virgo, I'm married to somebody, I would talk about him to his face, to you, instead of, you know, later on that evening we might have some girl talk about this person. So he's a very harsh person, a very nasty person. He's got that number 8 in there that makes him feel like he's royalty, king. He can afford to say whatever he wants to say and do whatever he wants to do. And then you take a look at his mama responding when Amber was in on the Khloe Kardashian situation. You can see the apple don't fall far from the tree. He's up, as a Virgo, he's up for a battle. First of all, a Virgo man is not really an emotional person anyways. Not so much. But they are definitely perfectionists. They definitely are up for a battle. He was never the type, and has never been the type, not right now in his life, to marry anybody, because his number one concern is his business and his money above all else. He loves his child, but it's about the money that he loves his child. If I get custody of the child, I don't have to pay you any support. Let me find anything and everything bad, or take pictures of your house outside because you're not even in town, to try to say how terrible of a person you are. Virgo, criticizing. Number 8, criticizing. Very, very harsh individual. How did she get with him? Because there was a similarity between the two gentlemen. Both of them are very funny, great sense of humor, thinking always quickly, always thinking and moving on their feet. There was an extremely intelligence about them, this ability to make, create, and generate income and keep it coming, whether it be through fashion or merchandising or what have you. So they have a lot in common on the good side, but they have a lot in common on the bad side as well. As for Amber, she's October 21st. So first let me say that this girl is all about her, okay? She's about her. She's about having a good time. She loves attention. More than anything else, she loves attention. She wants to be in a relationship for sure. But for her to be in a relationship, she needs to be the leader of the relationship. And I really think that she got with Wiz Khalifa, no offense, because she thought he would be a little dumb or a little slow or whatever. But she was greatly mistaken. Don't judge a book by its cover. But she's about herself, having a good time. But she has a tendency, her and Wiz Khalifa, to bitch and complain a lot. To always be the victim of one thing and another. If you're always the victim of something, it's because you're putting yourself in those positions to be victimized. Or you take every little situation deeply and profoundly personal. I think they both need to get off all the social media and go sit the fuck down somewhere and have several seats. If you got to get your grind by shaking your booty, then you can go do that without letting me know, because I'm not coming to know where you're going. And it's not that I don't like Amber Rose. I really do like Amber Rose. I really just like her. There's something about her I like. that Libra energy. She has also got a little Scorpio energy in there, but she can put you in your place. Libras just have a mouth on them, and they tend to say whatever comes to mind. It comes out their mouth. On the other hand, they do like harmony and balance. She has a life path of number 7, so you're going to find as she gets more mature, I'll put it like that, that she's going to really be studying things. It could be in metaphysics, it could be in science, it could be in religion. She loves to have time to herself. She made a comment on the radio Breakfast Club that Kim Kardashian plans all her next moves. She does too. She plans everything she does and everything she says. Do not let her fool you like everything is organic. It's not. Everything is planned, from her hair to her butt implants. She tried to claim she didn't have them. Well, come to find out, the lady, the Black Widow who gave her injections, is on trial, and she named her and a few other people as one of her longtime clients. But we've all seen the before and after pictures. If you haven't, look them up. But everything for her is very well planned out. The only thing she didn't see coming was Wiz Khalifa leaving. She was not going to stay with him anyways. This was never going to be, or meant to be, happily ever after. This was a rebound situation, and she never would have guessed he would have just up and left. But that's that mercurial nature, that he will do that when he finds somebody else to play with. This year for him, it's going to be a very quiet year. And he's got one of two choices. He can go with the flow and be quiet and sit and plan and write songs and everything else for next year, 16, where he will come out the pocket and find himself immersed in a lot of success. This year he's going to have to sit down, contemplate, meditate, focus on how did he get to this point and what can he do to not make it happen or make it happen better. If, on the other hand, he fights that, it's going to be a tough, struggling year for him. The roads are going to be blocked every which way he turns, and he's not going to find this easy success, or that his money might buy anything, or even if he has a lot of money. I don't know. But it's not going to be what he would want it to be if he doesn't surrender to the moment. Like I said, if he resists and tries to put forwards, it's going to be roadblocks everywhere, because the universe is telling him you need to take a rest. And he does. He does need to take a rest from smoking, drinking, partying, tripping, relationship issues, the whole doggone thing. He needs to be quiet somewhere and go sit down. He'll come back out in the limelight next year really big, or even bigger, if he sits down this year. But you'll see, if he doesn't, everything will be a no-go, and he won't make the money or have the shine that he would like to have. It'll eke out thinly, slowly, everything else. On the other hand, for Amber, she is a lady that takes care of her business. Let me just say that first and foremost. She got a little sharp mouth, but he's got one worse than hers. But she takes care of her business. She will get you together really quickly. This year, she's going to be in the business of enjoying herself. She's going to have a lot of attention. She's going to have a lot of people, quote-unquote, on her side. She's going to have the jilted wife stories to tell. And trust me, she's going to tell them. She's going to be out there. And we're going to see a lot of her this year. We're going to see a lot of her. We're going to hear a lot of her. And see a lot of hers that she might be on TV talk shows. She might have some movies or television shows coming up. But she's going to be out and about quite a bit this year. This year and next year, she's going to work even harder. So it's going to be a really good time for her. And she's going to enjoy herself. And she should. She just come through 2 very hard and harsh relationships. It's time to give the relationships a break and be with herself and enjoy her son, and make that her relationship, so to speak, and make her #1 relationship with the higher power. Interesting people. wouldn't want to be in a relationship or be involved in a relationship where they're together. It's too harsh. And Amber can put up with a lot coming out of Philly, but you can only put up with so much with anybody. When somebody's an asshole, they're just an asshole. And I'm sorry to say that is really what he is, Wiz Khalifa, at this point. She went from the frying pan to the fire. And so now it's time for her to let it go, walk away, perhaps work on co-parenting if he's willing. He's a hard, stubborn, obstinate person who will shut off talking and not realize that, you know what, you really are hurting yourself and your child more so than what you would be hurting me or him hurting Amber. He hurts himself with that quite a bit, and he needs to grow up and work on that. So maybe he'll work on that this year when he's doing a whole lot of nothing. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like, thumbs me up. That's always great. You can always subscribe or comment to me. What do you think? Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose, get back together or go their separate way? Have a great day.